Hey, what's up, everybody? It's now day 3. Still working on the Z. It had a power draw in here. The interior lights just wouldn't cut off. You couldn't cut them off for nothing. But so what I did was I went around and I noticed that this little key thing, it was just the hole there. I didn't know where the lock cylinder was. But I thought I was gonna rob it off of the white car, but that's not the case. So what ended up happening is that I came out here to screw around a little bit, and I ended up finding the cylinder among this mass of parts here. It was actually. Now I can't find the bag. Anyway, there was a little bag of parts that just happened to have, it was in this bag of parts right here. This little bag of parts right here had the lock cylinder in there, and it also has a couple other interior parts. It looked like somebody, kind of went through this car a little bit. Like some of these parts are from the other Z that I went to the salvage yard, because I'm gonna replace a lot of these. I'm gonna put this interior in the white car. But as I rummaged through it, I found this little baggie here, and in it, it actually had the lock cylinder. So I guess somebody taking it apart. I guess somebody took it apart for whatever reason, and left it in the bag. And they also left this little clip here, and this piece was just hanging all alone by itself. And what that is, it's a sensor that cuts all the lights out, I guess, once you lock the door or lock the hatch or unlock the hatch or whatever. But bottom line is, I saw this hanging there and figured that's not right. So what I did, I didn't really know where it was supposed to go. So I went over to the white Z for reference, and I just rigged up like they did the white Z, and then I found the lock cylinder hanging out in here, which this is a whole lot of wind that I did in like maybe 7-8 minutes, I swear it. So a whole lot of wind. So what I ended up doing is I put the lock cylinder in. I connected this little sensor. I connected it to the little bar that controls everything, and with the trunk up. No. With the trunk up or down, the light is now off. I've cured the power draw. Now you can see that the light is on. I'm gonna set this here so you can actually see. Yeah. So you can see the light is on, but when you shut the door, light cuts off. Let's see if I can get that from another angle. Lights on. Shut the door. Now you see the light is off, and it's perfect because now I don't have a battery draw because of that little sensor. It took me like 5-6 minutes. See, lights on. Sorry to keep going over and over that, but I just think I'm just pretty ecstatic that we found the power draw and it didn't take long. So that's all I was really planning on doing today. But since it didn't take long at all, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just start pulling out this. This steering rack. All right, guys, I got the wheels and tires all loaded up. We're gonna be getting new tires, either new tires, used tires, just something better than that. Those don't hold air and the rest of them are bald. So if I can get something that's just a little safer to deal with, I'll be a pretty happy guy. So I know that's the first thing I said I was gonna do was the tires, but hey, what do you expect? We're still making progress. Let's see. Yeah, the discs look okay, I guess. but the calipers, I think the calipers still work because it did stop a little bit, but I'm just gonna wire brush everything, and I'll paint the calipers and put some new pads on this thing, and see if that doesn't work. But they are in rough shape. Look at that, they got like crap coming out of them. It's horrible. All right, so definitely gonna do that. And now I went ahead and put the old steering rack on the ground, and I'm gonna see what I can do about getting the old one out. And wish me luck, I'll be back. Alright guys, just to show you where I've been working on this thing with. Alright, there's this little panel right down here. You can see it kind of just scraping on the ground. I just bent it back because there's two little divots up here. One, those things where it joins in. I couldn't really get it out, and I didn't want to break anything, so I didn't have it high enough off the ground to really fiddle with it. So I just bent it back to get it out the way, and then it's held in with 3 10mm bolts. So you can get a closer look at it. That's the panel right here. So you can see what we're looking at here. That panel. All right, and then I started pulling these lines off. You can see I marked this one with red tape because the new one has like a red thing and a black thing on it, and I guess that's for the different lines that you need to put on there. So judging from this one, I just went ahead and marked the one with red tape to make sure that it goes into, mark the one with red tape just to make sure it goes into the hole with the red knob on it, so I don't get the lines all crossed and mixed up. I went ahead and loosened this one so you wouldn't have to see me struggle. You'll probably see me struggle on the next one, and I'm expecting some fluid to come out, and there it is. So that's coming out, and damn phone's ringing. But after that, the next move will be to loosen up this other line here. I'll grab my gloves because I know how my hands are. They're tender. Hands are all tender. Very, very tender. Okay, anyway, so let's get this one off of here. Let's try not to make a mess doing it. And there we go. So that one, let's start loosening that one up. Here, and there should be even more fluid coming out. There it is. So all the fluid needs to drain, and then there are a couple of bolts that hold this end. There's one right in there, and there's another one over there. So I'm gonna let this drain first, and then I'm gonna start pulling the bolts out. All right, guys, so I got that drained out a good amount. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this little pin out right here. And that little pin there. Too bad you guys can't see it as well as me, but see right here, this little pin. Just pull that out. Oh, we gotta bend it first. So bend this back first. I got gloves on so I can do this. Don't do that shit with your bare fingers. Fuck them up. You take this and you pull the pin out. Alright. So, we got the little pin. Got the little pin out of there. And we're gonna take this nut off. And actually, This thing is all beat down, so I'll probably get another one. So it looks like there's another trip to the store on the way for me. So, and this just happens to be I believe this is a 17 millimeter, but because it's kind of shitty, it wore out on me, so I can't tell what size that fucking is. So, but I think it's a 17 millimeter. 17 millimeter, I believe. Put that on. Snatch this off. There we go. And that comes off. And this, and since I'm replacing it, and I don't care about fucking up the threads, shit out of this thing. I got it loose. See, I got it loose. It's off. Now to do the other side. You guys don't need to watch that. Alright, so both sides are out. You got that one over here. And we got this one over here. Both are completely out now. And the rubber is all beat down. Alright guys, we're up underneath this thing. And as you can see, I have my 12 millimeter ratcheting wrench on this one bolt right here that connects right at the this U-joint that's on the steering shaft, right on the steering knuckle. And the idea here is there, and I'll be cracking that one loose, and then this whole shaft should be able to move up so that I can separate this piece from the rest of the steering rack. And yeah, we're gonna test that out. We're gonna see if we can get that done. Alright guys, as you see, we got this little part out of here, came out of there. I had to work it out with the pry bar, and I'm getting a little fluid here, but that's okay. We're gonna get that because it is essentially just a fluid pump that helps you steer. So yeah, with that being done, see there. Alright, like I said, what I didn't do is I didn't take that bolt all the way out. And I also didn't take that bolt all the way out. And as you see, this rack didn't go all the way up. So might have to tap it up with the hammer to get the other one in, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So yeah, it might still work out. The pry bar worked before, it'll probably work again, and as long as I don't tear up any of those little teeth right there, I think we'll be fine. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out these two, that bolt right there, and then there's another bolt over there on the other side right here. We'll take those out, and I'm gonna see if I can't work this whole piece out of here. So I'll get back with you. Alright guys, as you see, we got this little part out of here, came out of there. I had to work it out. Alright guys, back at it. Here's the deal. There was a bolt here that I had to take out. There was actually another bolt way back in the back. I had to use the force, the Jedi mind trick force, to feel around for that bolt and then finally take it out. So after it's out, what there is a retaining clip for it right here. Here's a little retaining clip, and you got one bolt in the very back, one bolt in the front, and this is what keeps this locked in place. But now that that one's out, it's pretty loose. I still have to get the one in the back on the other side, and because I don't want you guys to see me struggling to get that shit out, then I'm just gonna take it out and show you the result. Cool. Alright guys, I finally got the other side out, and look at that. That's how many leaves and stuff were stuck underneath the car. Yeah. That's ridiculous. That's all that crap came from under the car. There's still some under there. Hopefully I can shake it all out when I, hopefully when I can drive it. Oh look, there's crap all over. Look at that. But this car's been sitting, it has been sitting about 4 or 5 years. And that's why I picked these up so cheap. But I did get 2 Z's for a fair price for the condition that they're in. And finally got this thing out. So just to show you, so I finally got this thing kind of loose. See, it moves real good now. However, the oil pan's in the way. I don't think I have to drop that. I think I can pull it from the passenger side, the driver's side, and just kind of yank this whole situation out of here. As you see, I had to take this line off because I had to do that because Nissan doesn't like me, and they thought it would be a great idea to put this right in front of the bolt I needed to get to. That's in the back that I had to use the force to find. So, success. We finally have taken the steering rack out. Here it is right here on the ground. That's the old fuddy-duddy. And what I ended up doing is after there's this rubber piece that comes in 2 halves, and once that one kind of fell off after I was messing with it, I realized that it started gaining more room to get out. So I ended up turning this to the, turning this one to the side, and turning the rotor and hub and everything, hub assembly to the side, and I ended up pulling it out from the driver's side here. So yeah, now that that's all out, we're gonna put the bushing. We can start shoving the other one back in there. Hopefully this doesn't take as long, but yeah, we'll see. We'll just move on. All right.